welcome to Descart Gaming Channel. I'm going to bring you a quick video of Gladius PvP top things you should know. So I made a list here and I'm just going to go through my list. So we've got number 1, join the proxy Discord and register for @LFG. The reason why is it makes looking for games easier and finding players that play the game regularly. So how to do that: if you did buy the game, you go to extras, you got community, and it allows you to join the Discord when you click on that. So you can see it's going to the website. I'll ask, I'm already part of it, so boom. Next, you want to register for LFG, which I believe, is it in general? Announcements, maybe? You know what? I should have probably looked at welcome, maybe. Okay, welcome. So you click welcome, and you want to register for Gladius right here. So then you hit this button right here. And then so when people in multiplayer go @LFG, you'll get a ping and you'll get notified, oh, there's someone looking for Gladius. Okay, that's going to help you be active in PvP and find good players and not randos that join your game and leave after turn 20. Okay, number 2, try to play players equal to your skill level or balance teams to compensate. So say you're in a game or join a lobby and there's 3 veteran players that play the game a lot and you're brand new. So you typically would want to do, let them know, and then hopefully they would balance it out so it's 3 versus 2, or if it's just say a 1 versus 2. But that would be more fair because in this game, especially tactically, if you don't know what you're doing, you basically just are going to help the other enemy kill. He's going to kill you, gain experience, take advantage of you not knowing what to do. So like I said, if you're brand new, then this is not such a bad option. Or find people that are equal to your skill level. And again, you use Discord to find those people. Also, there might be people willing to help you get better, and that's another video, but that's number 2. Number 3, learn one faction at a time. Know decent build orders based on your start and their roster of units, counters, bad matchups, hero abilities. Okay, so what I mean by that is I tend to see new players like start playing all different factions and they don't play any of them very well because they're always playing different factions. Now you can do that, but if you really want to get improved and get to the next level, you want to spend time on a faction and really get to know them, learn them, and get really good with them. And then I would say once you've achieved that, you can move on to another faction. That's how I go about it. And what I mean by no decent build orders is every time you start a game Gladius, you're going to get a different terrain, different set of special resources. So you want to know, based on your starting information, what kind of build order or what kind of strategy you can go for. So again, a lot of that comes down to knowing your faction, knowing the units and the buildings, and how, what's the best. So that comes in time. You're obviously not going to know this right off the bat, but I would say you want to practice and understand, number 3 a lot to get quite better at PvP. Number 4, which kind of leads from number 3, is practice in skirmish to get your timings down and feel comfortable for real games. So a lot of times there's downtime, there's no one that you can play with. So it's perfect time to jump into skirmish, just put yourself alone, no AI, and you can not be stressed, and you can just work on the different build orders, your economy, and just see how well you're doing without having to worry about killing someone. And this is a good option just to get comfortable. So again, these are some advice and tips to make you better better and enjoy the player versus player in Gladius. Number five, I guess it's my opinion a bit, but I think voice chat really brings the team play a lot easier and better, faster. There's some players that refuse to pause the game during combat, so if you're on voice chat, well, there's only one player really in Discord. I'm not going to name him, but that's an inside joke for people who know who I'm talking about. So voice chat allows you to freely and quickly say, okay, I'm going to attack this, or don't attack this. I'm going to use this ability. If you're typing that, you can do it, but it's a lot quicker. Also, I think it's more personal. Get to know the people you're playing with. So I think join a voice chat. So if you're part of Discord, you can go into voice pod. There's like 4 of them. Some players don't like voice chat, or they'll go onto the voice and just listen. So just be aware of that. Number 6, if your start is terrible, ask for a re instead of wasting 2-3 hours. Okay, so number 6, what I mean by that is it's accepted. Again, there might be 1 or 2 players that don't abide by this, but definitely I'd say 80% of the people that play Gladius do understand if you get a real bad start, and we're talking 1 or 2 turns into the actual game, you could request for a remake. And it's not, like I said, most players do not look at it like you're trying to abuse it, because if you're going to spend 2-3 hours in a game and you had a crappy start, and chances are you're probably going to lose just based on that if things go south, then was it worth wasting 2-3 hours just because, you know? And going forward with this, I wouldn't say you want to be abusing this if you have a normal start or a half decent start, but we're talking about starts where you're surrounded by like cliffs, wireweed. The terrain is totally not in your advantage. So that's really what it boils down to. Again, there's like 1 or 2 players. I'm not going to name them in Discord, but some of them are kind of the Grinch, and they frown upon a restart, but they themselves sometimes restart. So I don't know. Again, most people that play this game, this is totally respectable. It's not like because again, when I'm playing someone, I don't want to play 2-3 hours in a game and for my win or my loss or whatever to be, oh well, I had a bad start, therefore we just wasted 2-3 hours. So I rather prefer my opponent have a decent start, so that way nobody's saying, oh well, my start was bad, because it's totally possible to have a really crappy start. Okay, so again, I think if you ask around most people that play Gladius, this is totally acceptable, and it's a unwritten rule that a lot of people don't mention when you first start playing PvP. But again, if I'd say 80-90% of people, this is again, if you're asking for a restart like 3 or 4 times, and that's a little bit, like, the chances of you to have a bad start 3 to 4 times is really low. Okay, it could happen twice in a row, but the odds start to go really low. So I mean, again, this is perfectly acceptable. And again, this is something new players don't understand. And sometimes they think if you have a really crappy start, you have to play with it. So again, no. This is like an unwritten rule. You can utilize this in order to have a decent game against your opponent. So number 7, when you are defeated, always GG. You don't want to be known as a sore loser. So sometimes you might be in a game, and it might be like a 5-hour game, and you're really trying to win, and you end up losing. And sometimes it's hard to write GG. Or say you got rocked by a OP hero and you're not happy about it, which is another video I can go over how to defeat OP heroes. But anyways, say GG, and you know what? As part of Gladius, you are gonna lose. You probably will lose games where you spend 5-6 hours and it hurts, but that is part of the system. You don't want to be known as someone that doesn't take losing well. Okay. 8. Don't be frustrated losing. It's piggyback of the number 7. Because here's the thing, new players, you are gonna lose a lot. I hate to break it to you, unless you're like Michael Jordan, you will lose more than you win. And there's many players that have joined Gladius and just left because they couldn't take losing a lot. Now, what I would say this, okay, the time when you will start winning will be a big achievement because you're gonna go through so many losses that once you start winning, that achievement will feel even more better. Okay, so I think there's like a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow for new players. It's just you have to, like anything, you have to practice, you have to study, you have to put in the time. Okay, if you want to be one of the top people that play this game. And just furthering my point, there's people that have played this game and they're still playing it from 3 years from now. So don't get too critical. Another thing is losing only makes you stronger if you can find out why you lost and how you can overcome. So what I mean by that is, say you're about to engage a battle, go to main menu, hit save in a multiplayer game. That will leave you a safe state of basically that turn. And you can, after the game, you can always go back, load that save, surrender, and you can see the enemy's economy, all the enemy's units. So that's one way of, you can analyze maybe that combat phase you're about to get in with your opponent. Look at to see, what could I have done differently. And so again, that's another part of the game is also trying to adapt and trying to improve. Then we go number 9, be active in the community, ask questions, and have fun. So basically, you're only gonna get as much as you put into the game. So in PvP, that's gonna be active on Discord, okay, and getting to know different players and expanding that with the people. There are different communities in Discord. There's kind of a bigger Russian community that has their own Discord. I left it because there are some people on there that are kind of stalkerish or very sarcastic and toxic. So, but that's just my personal thing. But the main proxy community on Discord is pretty good. Again, if there's people on here that you don't like or they're making toxic comments, that you can always block them. I blocked a few people on here, and that's about it. But the key thing is, again, this is just a game, and you play it for fun. So obviously, if you're not having fun, then why? Then you should ignore all this and don't even play Gladius. I can't have fun playing the AI. The AI is too easy. So really, that's the whole point of PvP. I want more of a challenge. Yada yada yada. That being said, the Russian community is, for the most part, is a good community. I just had a bad time with it. I'm not saying all the Russian players are evil and bad. Just a few are kind of I didn't care for, and so again, you want to find people that you like playing with, and then there might be a group that regularly plays, and that's what you want to try to do. So number 10 is probably the most important, is pick a color, stick with that color. Now this is kind of a sarcastic one, but there's a lot of players in this game that will be a certain color. Like, for instance, I always go purple. I know Sir usually goes yellow or orange, Disembarrassed brown. Ard likes to play with blue. So there's a lot of players on here that they always play. Divine Heretic, I think, is always green. So, anyways, it seems like it's an unwritten rule that nobody really talks about, but it is important to a lot of players on here about their color. So I don't know. I put it down as number 10 just because uh, it was kind of funny. But that's about it. I'm gonna wrap this up. This is the top 10 things you should know about Gladius PvP. I think I covered the main stuff. Again, leave a comment or questions, or ping me in Discord if you have more questions about this. Thanks for watching.